One of the biggest mistakes people make is that when their loved ones pass away, they often give money to cancer research organizations that are focused on the particular type of cancer from which they suffered. So multiple myeloma or prostate or something like that. And what they don't realize is that investigators who focus on a particular kind of cancer almost never make breakthroughs.
Why is that?
Because the improbable comes when you don't focus on a particular kind of cancer. You can only do incremental work, like keeping someone alive for another 3 to 5 days. And unfortunately, that doesn't make much of a difference. You have to have more degrees of freedom. You have to open up your thinking to think much more broadly. And to do that, you cannot be narrowly focused on liver cancer or kidney cancer or prostate cancer. You have to focus on basic science. And that's why Damon Runyon has had so much more luck and so much more yield from the projects that they fund, because they don't fund people doing those narrow projects.
Interesting. And have you found actually that this, not to bring it back to the world of fintech or finance, but do you find that this is very similar in that world? Like there's this type of pattern in other parts of, say, business and so on?
Absolutely. That if you set out to solve a particular problem, you seldom create a really big win. The way that I describe it in my product market fit class is when you read about entrepreneurship, almost every article describes the process as looking at a market, trying to find a problem, and then developing a solution to the problem. That leads to very mundane outcomes, very small companies, because of the incrementalism that's required, and that anybody could do that. The truly great companies are the result of someone recognizing an inflection point in technology that allows them to build a new kind of product, and then they try to find a market for that product. It's the exact opposite of what everybody thinks. Now, the reason everyone thinks that's the proper process is that consumers want to believe that whoever they buy from always intended to serve them. So every successful company revises their history to